Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. And you could probably already tell by today's title that I'm going to be testing out $1 makeup brushes. So for those of you that don't know, I recently did a video where it's an Ulta, ColourPop, and Shop Miss A haul. And from shopmissa.com is where I got these little cute brushes from that are only $1. For today's look, I'm going to be recreating an eye look that I wear almost every day because it's $1 brushes and I don't know how they're going to perform with my shadows, so I'll have an idea if these $1 brushes are really a steal or not. Alrighty, so I got about 10 brushes in my little haul video that I'll be sure to add over here as a little card. But these are the brushes. I doubt I'll use all of them because what the look I'm doing is just really simple, but these are some of the brushes. So let's get started. Alright, so to start, I'm going to dip into this shade right here in soft brown. This is just, these are MAC single shadows that I had customized into a little quad palette. So I'm going to be taking the AOA Studio E127 brush. It just looks like a fluffy blending brush, so I'm just going to use that to pick up the shade soft brown. So it looks like it's picking up color, which is very promising. So let's see how this goes on the lid. And I'm just going to put this all over my lid and in my crease. Let me zoom you guys in. Alright, so now I think you could see better. Alright, so far this brush is picking up the color well. It's, you know, really pigmented when I'm putting it on my eyes like normal, like with the typical brush I use, which is this really old MAC one that I have that it's so old that everything has faded off, so I no longer know the number of it. Alright, and next, again guys, this is going to be a really super quick, simple look. Next, I'm going to dip into my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Get Lucky. Look, I finally hit pan on something for once, if you could see right there in the middle. So I'm going to pick up this shade. Let me see, is there a brush for this? Yes, so I'm going to use this brush right here. And this is the AOA Studio E131. So I'm just going to do what I normally do. And let's see if I could pick this up. I find that with the ColourPop shadows, the Super Shock ones, it's really good to use a brush with synthetic bristles that are really stiff. Alright, so it looks like we got some pigment to come onto this brush. I'm going to wet it with some Max Fix Plus, and then hopefully it still works just as well, if not better. Alrighty guys, so we're obviously seeing that these $1 brushes are a great investment because so far they're working, they're super pigmented, they're not taking away. I don't see any fallout here from the Super Shock Shadow because it has a bunch of little glitters in it. So I mean, the only thing I found difficult is like the first few times I felt like when I was doing this, no pigment was being picked up, but now pigment is starting to pick up a lot. So let's continue with this process. So it's coming out still really pigmented on my eyes the same way that the brush that I always use for this type of shadow does. Let me see, can I find it? Where do I have it? There it is. So what I always use for the Super Shock shadows, you know, obviously it's a flat brush like this, but the one I use is the MAC 223 brush, and it looks like this, double-sided. The only difference between this one is that they basically look the same on both sides. As you can tell, I'm only using one side. So they look the same and they're doing the exact same job, so that's awesome because these brushes are like a little bit higher than $10, and these I got for $10.50 in a bundle, so it was $1 for each brush and then 50 cents for the case. I got rid of the case because I didn't like the smell of it, and when I cleaned it I couldn't get the smell to go away, but when I cleaned the brushes the smell went away. So I mean, you know, I think it's a really good investment, these $1 brushes, because they actually seem to work. Let me stop rambling and do my other eye. Alrighty guys, already because I used this to put on the initial soft brown shade, I'm just going to pick a different fluffy brush that's here just so I can test it out. Which one should I do? There's so many fluffy brushes. Alright, I'm going to use this one, which is, hopefully you could see it right here. It's just a little more dense, the brush. But this is the AOA Studio E130. I'm just going to go back a little bit into the shade soft brown, and what I am finding is initially it doesn't pick up the pigment, but if you like rub it in a little bit and then you just tap off the excess, it picks it up just fine, and it's basically the same as a MAC or Morphe brush. So I'm just running this in my crease so there's no harsh edges. So I mean, it looks the same as when I always do my makeup. So these $1 makeup brushes are really heavily competing with, you know, Morphe brushes, MAC brushes. I mean, they're only $1 and they're still doing this exact same thing as a more expensive brush. So I mean, that's awesome. So now I'm just gonna take this little brush with a little point on it, and this is the AOA Studio E134 brush, and just gonna pick up this sparkly white shade. You probably can't see it that well in the camera, but this is the shade Shroom from MAC Cosmetics, and I'm just gonna put this on my brow bone. This brush is a little small, but I mean, the only other brush that's, you know, going up in size is this one. And I mean, that's a little too big for a highlighting brush, so I'm just gonna have to make do with this little tiny one. So I mean, you know, you might not get all the brushes you need, but you definitely get some for super low cost that still do the exact same job. And I mean, this is still, you know, still pigmented. I still see it because this is not a blinding highlight by any means, but you catch my drift. And then again, just to test out some more brushes, I'm gonna take this little guy and just blend everything out, and this is the AOA Studio E132 brush. So I'm just gonna make sure that my crease and my highlight are blended so there's not really a stark contrast, and I'm also just gonna make sure that my lid and my crease are blended so nothing looks out of the ordinary and out of whack. So these are what the shadows look like on. I used all $1 makeup brushes, and I think they perform just as well as a MAC brush that is gonna cost you maybe like $12, maybe more, because I haven't bought brushes in a really long time, as you can tell by these crusty handles. So I mean, they're doing the same job, so I think it's a really good investment to make. So let me just finish up the eyes, let me pop on mascara, let me pop on lipstick, and that'll be it for this look. Alrighty guys, so I just popped on some mascara and some lipstick to finish this look. So my overall thoughts are that these $1 makeup brushes are entirely worth it. I mean, they gave off the same pigment, they did the job the same way as a MAC brush would or a Morphe brush would. So I mean, it's just totally worth it. It's only $1 to get the brush. So I'll definitely be sure to leave a link down below as to what bundle I specifically got from shopmissay.com. It was 10 brushes that came with a little pink case, and it was like $10.50. So I mean, 10 brushes and then a case for 50 cents. I mean, that's totally worth it if you ask me. So before I end this video, I just wanted to give a little shout out to RIM Bracelets, and this is the little bracelet they sent me. It's clear. Hopefully you can see that well. It like rode up on my wrist a lot when I showed that to you. Wow. And I just wanted to read the little card that they gave me so I don't get anything wrong. It is handcrafted from premium borosilicate glass. It is durable, eco-friendly, hypoallergenic, cruelty-free, and sleek. And I will agree that they are sleek, because you literally can wear this with any outfit because it's crystal and clear and it goes with everything. So I just pulled up on my phone that you can get these little bracelets for $18 and they are sold on Amazon. So again, it's Rim Bracelets, R-I-M-M, and they're glass bracelets. Amazon.com. I'll be sure to leave a link down below in the description bar for you guys if anyone is interested in getting one of these. And I mean, it's a really good idea because they are simple and sleek and they are eco-friendly. So, I mean, what more could you want? Alrighty guys, so that's a wrap for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below. And I'll see you next time.